What's up, everyone? This is Mitch with SC Weather. It is Wednesday morning. I'm going to give you all a quick update. I'll probably do another update later this evening. But if you're just waking up and getting going, this is the 4 a.m. Central Standard Time update. 5 a.m. here on the East Coast. Check it out. It is weakened a good bit overnight because of its land interaction and just outdoing itself here. And hurricane warnings up for the Yucatan. It's a 115 mile per hour storm. But it is going to hit the Yucatan, then come out into the Gulf and re-strengthen into a major hurricane. And I tell you what, it looks like it may impact Louisiana as a major hurricane, unfortunately, which is Category 3 or higher. Before we get deep into this video, and this isn't going to be a long video, just a quick, straight to the point update here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I am a storm chaser too, so I like to go out and chase weather. I would love to be able to go live, so I appreciate the support if y'all do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in this morning. But check it out. Here we go. We got Delta. You know, it's definitely lost some of that definitely structural look that it had last night, but it's still there. It's a powerful hurricane, 115 mile per hour storm bearing down on the Yucatan right now. You can't really see the eye, but it's there. Here's the spaghetti plots. After it moves into the Gulf, they're really coming together here in the central coast of Louisiana. Not quite where lower main landfall, but close enough to really just cause devastation again in the same similar areas. One big thing I want to talk about here quickly is the expanding wind field of Delta. Right now it has a very small wind field right here. Check it out here. There's not a super strong winds way outside of its core, but when it gets past the Yucatan, check it out here. And this is the HWRF model, and it's showing this on almost every model now. Check out how the center here, the pinkish areas, the brownish areas, the whites, they really start to expand and get larger. Now that is because the hurricane is getting stronger at this point. But even as it begins to weaken a little bit, right as its approach to the coast, the wind field is still large, and this is very concerning. Sorry, it's not updating here for me, but this is very concerning for areas in Louisiana, especially right in this area. It's going to push huge amounts of surge. And remember, we all know from Laura that this area has some very low elevation, very far inland. So man, it's just a bad situation again. This is starting to trend towards a daytime landfall Friday afternoon for this area. We're going to watch that. That might tweak a little bit, but this thing is going to haul butt over the Gulf of Mexico over the next 2 days. But check it out. Those some big time winds. That is, I mean, right here, that's over 100 mile per hour winds, 110, 120 mile per hour winds. Now, this model can be aggressive, but it's gained a lot of respect from meteorologists this year, definitely. And National Hurricane Center definitely nods its head to it a little bit. And you know, this is the radar simulation of the same model, and this is the Yucatan right here. And it gets off that Yucatan, gets to the Gulf of Mexico, and deepens, and it gets strong fast. And you know, if this is true, it strengthens into a Category 5 hurricane over the Gulf again before it starts to hit cooler waters right here. So we're going to watch this, but that still makes landfall as a category high in Category 4 hurricane according to this model. This is the GFS right here. It's obviously weakens a lot due to the land interaction on the Yucatan, but as it gets into the Gulf right here, re-strengthens. It's probably nearing Category 4 status according to the GFS at this point. And it doesn't have time to weaken much. So the speed of this thing, it's a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because it's not going to cause massive amounts of rainfall when it makes landfall. And also, the bad thing is it's strengthening quickly, but it doesn't have a lot of time to really weaken. It's not doing what kind of Sally did. What Sally ended up strengthening before landfall, but also Sally kind of sat there and upwelled water and kind of cooled itself down, if you will, if that makes any sense. But you know, this situation is going to be moving so fast that it's not going to have a whole lot of time to weaken, even when it's all over the cooler waters just off the coast of Louisiana and northern Gulf of Mexico. So it makes landfall here still as a powerful major hurricane potentially. So it's just a scary situation. Check it out. It moves and it brings rainfall here in the Carolinas and South Carolina. But this is the Euro, which continues to be west of guidance and really slams the same areas that were hit by Laura. But check it out. It comes in a tick more west, significantly west in the grand scheme of things. It almost makes landfall on the Louisiana-Texas border. So you got to still respect the Euro, even though really none of the other models are showing this. But you still got to pay a little respect and pay attention to it. But I think right now it's safe to say it's going to make landfall a little bit more east of this, but we still have to watch it. But that is the Euro showing a little bit more west, definitely hammering the same areas that got hit by Laura, which would really be unfortunate for that area. Just devastating. The Gulf has been destroyed this year between Sally, Laura, and what looks to be Delta. So that's a quick update. I know it's not a long video, but not a whole lot's changed overnight. It did weaken a good bit, I'll tell you that. And you know, you got warnings here if it can load. It just shows it the same map, but not a whole lot. Rainfall expected here. It's not a lot because it's going to be moving so fast. I mean, 6 inches of rain is a lot, but we've seen a lot more with tropical systems. We've seen a lot more with just a tropical depression, so it's just going to be booking a huge trough coming. It's going to deliver more fall-like air probably midway next week, so we'll talk more about that later. But hope you all have a good day, and let's just pray for our guys here on the Gulf. You'll have a blessed day, and thanks for watching as usual.